Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and thanks for joining me for another video. Today I am doing a flip through of my completed 2020 book journal. So I opted to use a traveler's notebook instead of a bullet journal just because this was my first time doing a book journal and I didn't want to have the pressure of trying to fill up a bigger notebook. And I will say that the traveler's notebook ended up being the perfect size. I had so much fun doing this book journal, and it really kept me on track with my reading. I will be doing another one in 2021, and I already posted the setup for that one on my channel. So if you would like to see that, I have put a link in the description box for you guys. So I started this book journal with the sole purpose or the main purpose of keeping track of the books that I read. I've read many books over the years, and unfortunately, I did not keep track of them. I wish I would have started this book journal a lot earlier. I just think it would have been really cool and interesting to see how my taste in books have changed and how many books I would read in a given year, like what's kind of an average for me. So, when I started this book journal, I was only planning on writing the title of each book, the author, and then the rating, and then just adding maybe a monthly cover page. And you'll see that here for January and February. I used a lot of stamping, and I was trying to use up a lot of just odds and ends of supplies that I have. So it's mostly stamps and washi tape in the first few months, and any leftover stickers from monthly kits or weekly kits that I would use or I did use in my recollections planner went in here. I was just really trying to shop my stash, so to speak. Um, it wasn't till I believe May when I started or I found out about some readathons. So I participated in my first readathon in May, which was an Asian readathon. I believe May is, I think they call it Asian Pacific Islanders Asian American month. And so all the books that I read in May were either by um, authors of Asian descent, or the main character or characters were Asian. And then I did my second readathon in July, and that one was a Black readathon. Um, I think those were my only two readathons that I did for 2020. I did find out about a romanceathon, or I think that's what they called it, where you just read romance novels, which I found over the last couple of years I really have been enjoying romances. Unfortunately, that is a readathon that started in January, and I believe it goes throughout the entire year. So I really didn't want to jump in mid-year, but I do plan on doing that one next year in 2021. So I don't know if they're actually going to host it again. Whether or not they do, I still think that I'm going to do it, even if I do it on my own. I think it looked really fun. There's like a whole little Monopoly board type thing. So I'm definitely going to do that in 2021. It wasn't until later in the year where I was watching a lot of booktube and bullet journal videos, and I decided to keep track of some stats in this journal, such as the some authors, my some of my favorite authors, and some authors that I wanted to check out. Also, the type of genres that I read, like how many nonfiction, how many mysteries, how much romance, etc. I also set my first goal of books to read on Goodreads, and really didn't know where to start just because I have never kept track of the books I read before. So I chose 120 books, but I found that I quickly exceeded that number. I think I got up until 186. I also went ahead and added in this bookshelf, which is a printable off of an Etsy shop. I will go ahead and link that shop in the description below. And I just wrote in every book that I read or was planning to read. And as I read them, I colored them in. So towards the end of the year, it looks really, really cute. But yeah, I also, what else did I track? I also tracked the type of books I was reading as far as the media. So if it was a ebook, if it was an audiobook or a physical book, I definitely listen to more audiobooks because I can drive while listening to them and clean the house. And then I think after the audiobooks came the ebooks. So I did purchase the Kindle Paperwhite towards the end of the year. Actually, I got it in the summertime. Yes, I remember getting it in summertime because I wanted the waterproof one so I can read while in the pool or near the water. So I did read a lot of ebooks, and I subscribed to Amazon. I believe it's unlimited. It's like 9.99, $10 a month, and you get unlimited amount of ebooks. I believe you get 10 books at a time. But yeah, you can, as you read them, you can return them, or you can read all 10 and then return them and then get 10 more. So I did do that. And then I do have Prime. So I also get to use the function of the ebooks for Prime. And I don't think with those books, I think you can borrow them for as long as you need. I don't believe there's a time limit on it like there is on a library. And then for the audiobooks, I use two apps from my local library. One is called Libby, and the other one is called, what is the other one called? Hoopla. So that is how I listen to my audiobooks. Sometimes I can find good audiobooks on YouTube as well, but that is a very hit and miss. It's usually Hoopla or Libby. My highest month of books read was August. I read 32 books. And then in January and February, those are my two lowest months with 7 books each. According to Goodreads, I read 189 books this year with the average book length of 314 pages. My shortest book was 28 pages and my longest book was 662 pages. So I think those are really cool stats that Goodyear gives at the end of the year if you do the reading challenge. And I really enjoyed that. I will definitely be doing that again next year. So I'm really curious to see the difference between 2020 and 2021 reading goals. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching and happy planning.